4 games, 2 wins apiece. 2 more games ahead this weekend between 2 Empire Division rivals tonight as the Danbury Hat Tricks play host to the Watertown Wolves. Round 5 of this 6-game set, moments away from puck drop here at the Danbury Ice Arena. For our entire production team, Patrick Grudberg here on play-by-play commentary, welcoming you into our broadcast tonight, ready for some Hat Tricks hockey on this Friday night. Hat Tricks enter at 4-5-1, 13 points, and in 4th place in the Empire Division. Watertown at 2-6-1-1, sitting in 6th place in the Empire Division, coming off a 2-game sweep of the Hat Tricks last weekend. One at home in an overtime win last Friday, and then one here at the DIA last Saturday night by a score of 7-4. So with that 2-game sweep in mind, Watertown, of course, looking to keep things going and make it 3 games from 3. For Danbury, they want to stop the slide and pick up a win to start this final 2-game set against the Wolves on a good note. We'll give you the starting lineups now. First for the visitors, in goal will be Brandon Colgan, taking over for Matt Lenz, who started the 2 games last weekend. In front of him, it'll be Adam Zimmerman and Ryan Gill in defense. Igor Filipov, Darian Benchich, and Yefim Mishkin at forward. And for the Hat Tricks, in goal, Sebastian Resar returns from his brief absence. He'll be in goal number 31. Defense will be Justin Movalli and Trey DeLore. And the first line of Anton Rubtsov, the new signing who we will talk about more tonight, Jordan Crom and Alexander Legkov. Puck drop at center ice, and we're underway. Jordan Crom wins the faceoff. Puck spills back into the Hat Tricks defensive zone. DeLore pressured Movalli, tries to break out. Pucks moves into the neutral zone. Filipov gave it a whack, still in play along the boards. Benchich hit it towards Movalli, who whiffs. Mishkin there, and gets tangled up with Movalli. Hat Tricks get out of their defensive zone. Rubtsov steering through the neutral zone. Anton Rubtsov signed only hours ago, wearing number 11 out there on this first line, playing left wing. Played his college hockey at University of Alaska Fairbanks. Legro's pass hit off another new, but not really new, player for the Hat Tricks. That's Vadim Frolov on the puck. Gives a shoulder there to an opponent. Fennel. Rebound shot, save! Colgan tested in front. Gutierrez is able to clear only as far as the neutral zone. Demetrio tries to poke it forward, now on the stick of Caden Fennel. Belfay in. 18:40 to go in the first period. 80 seconds played. Stepping in there is Ian Tukane, who's back in the lineup, playing in second line defense alongside Fennel. Falls out to DeLore, passed on net. Blockered away by Colgan. Another shot deflected off a stick. That's Gordon who's able to help it on to Boston Bird, who dumps, and the Wolves will change. Interception there from Gordon to the right of Colgan's net. Able to get a shot off there. No danger. It's Legkov now, the dangerous forward who's been the star of this Hat Tricks team early this season, as the giveaway now, 2-on-1 developing. It's Klink walking in. Klink off the bar and into the netting. First real chance of the game for the Wolves. We mentioned a couple new names inserted into the lineup. Frolov in on the second line. Rubtsov in on the first. Both St. Petersburg, Russia natives, by the way, so adding a couple Russians. Sure, Alexander Lenkov will be happy to see that. Have a couple fellow Russians alongside him in the top 2 lines. And Lenkov, who's been so dynamic for this Hat Tricks team this season, leads the FPHL in scoring and is second in points. Had a bit of a quieter weekend last weekend. 2 points overall, 1 point apiece in those 2 games. So he'll hopefully be looking to get back on the score sheet and do some damage in that category as Tomasi takes over the puck. Tomasi flying along the fourth line with Josh Newberg and Caden Kanderka. Ryder tried to get a stick on it. Batted back behind Colgan's net. As Cole Ouellette will start things going here on the rush. Benchich into the zone. Around the outside. Centers. Falls to McDonald. Shot save behind the net with Mishkin. Looking for a centering pass for Filipov. Hat-tricks take it away. Frolov taken down, and we'll get a delayed penalty here. Referee has his hand up. Looks like we'll get a hooking call. So the first power play opportunity of the night. Adam Zimmerman goes to the box. Hat-tricks, 19% on the power play this season. Wolves are 76% on the penalty kill. So first opportunity for a man advantage for Danbury. Belfay will take the face-off. Wins it. Fennell at the blue line. Toss to the opposite corner. Belfay there first. Frolov. Now Rupsov. Ryder able to clear. Sends it to the far corner behind Restar's net. Hill hand it off to Caden Fennell for another rush. Fennell behind. Rupsov to Belfay. Welsh. Fennell at the point. Shot. Didn't take a deflection. Easy save for Colgan. And the Wolves clear into the neutral zone. Frolov takes the body from Benchich. Fennell able to keep possession for the Hat-tricks as Frolov looks to face up. Now Belfay enters. Belfay walking in, shot wide. Had a lot of space there walking in, Austin Belfay did. As we get an offsides here on the switch. 58 seconds to go on the power play. There's a look at Trey Delory, who slotted into the first line defense tonight alongside Justin Movalli. Corgan wins the draw for Watertown. As Gill tripped up behind the net, gets back to his feet, and able to bank it off the boards past Robinson. Delory takes space. We've seen him do this before last Saturday. Walked right down Broadway and scored a goal unassisted. Here he is behind the net, pinching in. Takes a deflection high, still behind the net. 24 seconds to go on the power play. Watertown clears. They'll get a change. Quick pass out by Resar, trying to catch him out. Now Legkov building speed into the zone. Deking working through the slot now. Maneuvers outside. Stops. Delory wanted it back for Crom. Legkov there, 3 seconds on the power play. Thrown on net from a tight angle. Had Kanderka in front. And Zimmerman going right out of the box. Trying to time that one up. Started an on-man rush, couldn't do so. And the Wolves ice the puck. A quick first 5 minutes here at the DIA. We'll take a quick break and come back in a little bit. You are watching Danbury Hat-tricks Hockey.
Head over to TK's American Cafe on White Street for 80 different wing flavors and good times. With 30 flat-screen televisions and free Wi-Fi, we're the perfect spot to catch the game or enjoy a night out. Visit tksamericancafe.com for more information. TK's American Cafe. Make sure to try our hat-trick flavor. When life brings legal challenges, trust Chipman, Mizuko, and Emerson. From business law and real estate to estate planning and litigation, our experienced attorneys are here to guide you every step of the way. Proudly serving clients across Fairfield County and Western Connecticut. Learn more at danburylaw.com. Nothing freshens like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. From classic Coke to a wide variety of sparkling and still drinks, we've got something for everyone. Learn more at CokeNortheast.com, because every sip deserves a smile.
Back here in Danbury, ready for a Hat Tricks offensive zone faceoff. Newberg in the fourth line out there. Wins the faceoff. Tukane to Mo Valley. Popped up in the air off Colgan's stick. Center for Tomasi. Couldn't reach it. And now banked along the boards there by Klink, who was taken down in the neutral zone, and looks like we will get another penalty. So Klink taken down. Mo Valley's going to go to the box for Danbury. So now Watertown's turn on the man advantage this season. 15% on the year. Danbury, 84% on the penalty kill. And they clear that one immediately. Welsh, Delory, Tukane, and Crom out there to kill off the power play. As Bird enters his zone down the right wing. Plays it off for Gill. Leads the team in assists. Michigan working along the half wall. Gordon slapped it to the opposite side. No one there. Tukane pinned along by Bird. Four go at it behind the net as Tukane escapes from the scrum momentarily. We got a high stick there against Ryan Gill. We told you that Anton Rubtsov was signed only hours ago. In addition to that, Josh LaBelle, number 9, who's played first-line defense for the Danbury Hat Tricks for a couple years now, is in his 3rd season. Hours ago was traded to the Twin City Thunderbirds for cash considerations. News broke only hours ago. So that's why you might have noticed Vadim Frolov wearing the number 9, usually sported by LaBelle. Clapped out of the zone by Robinson there. 56 seconds on the power play as Michigan backtracks. Waiting for an option, deflected by Belfay, and that allows the Hat Tricks to get a quick change. First line of penalty killers back on. Demetrio leads the charge, 35 seconds on the penalty. Ryder with some speed down the left wing, circling, takes a hit from Tukane, tried to center it. Thrown in deep again by Bencic. Tukane's there, flips it out of the zone, takes a deflection off the boards, and with 14 seconds, Danbury that much closer to killing the power play. One last rush, Darian Bencic down the right wing, stops, circling, lays it off to Klink, thrown on net and some traffic, bounces back into the slot, falls again to Bencic, and now to the corner with Ryder. Power play is over for Watertown. Both teams 0 for 1 in their first attempts on the man advantage. 12:07 to go in the first period, still scoreless. We've had a lot of high-scoring games between these two teams in this now 4-game set. 5th game here tonight in as many games. And a big hit there from Caden Fennell. That time on Gordon, who controls the puck. Now working on Crom. Fennell back in there, digging the puck out. Gordon's on his knees, still trying to work that puck. As Crom finally gives it a poke. Legkov with some space. Alexander Legkov has a man past Frolov. Sent on net. Legkov's there in front. Couldn't work a shot off. Hit down by Legkov with a high stick, and we'll get a face-off. We mentioned a lot of roster moves and transactions only in the last 5 or 6 hours or so. Just adds to the many new faces that Danbury fans are now learning. A lot of rookies on this team, a lot of new players who are slowly gelling and getting to know each other and their tendencies and how they play. A lot of tinkering amongst the coaching staff with line changes and who's playing with who. We've seen 4 goalies this season. See Resar tonight, seen McClendon, seen Christian Wong Ramos, and you've seen Kyle Penton. And Kyle Penton actually not only played in a couple games this season, but this past Wednesday, the Hat Tricks hosted the first annual Blue Line Classic, a really awesome charity event here at the DIA. The NYPD Hockey Club faced off against the Danbury Hat Tricks, not the full team, but a collection of current and past Hat Tricks players. It was an awesome event. A lot of the community showed out on a Wednesday night. But Penton was in goal for that game. Delory takes a big hit along the boards. He's down, and now there's going to be a fight in the corner. Mo Valley going at Michigan. Mo Valley's helmet is off. And they exchange some words there along the near boards. Mo Valley not going to let that happen. Delory is up. He's okay. I don't know about Michigan. Mo Valley giving him the business. Justin Mo Valley taking him down, and the crowd is fired up. Folks, you have to remember that FM Michigan, in addition to being a solid player for the Wolves this season, on the top 2 lines, there was also the collision between him and Johnny Ruiz in the first game of this 6-game set 2 weeks ago today that put Johnny out with an injury. He was suspended for that hit. As we get another look at the fight there, it was after the hit on Delory. Mo Valley stepped in, and even though his helmet came off pretty quick, he was not afraid to throw some punches. That one lasted for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if that was over a minute of just fighting and going at each other. Now you can see they're having a chat in the box there as the officials sort this one out. 10:51 on the clock. Talk a little bit more about the Watertown Wolves unit. Matt Lenz played both games last weekend and picked up 2 wins. It's Brandon Colgan in net tonight. He's had a long career in the Fed, 30 years old, won goalie of the year in the 22-23 season. And the Wolves have given up a lot of shots this season as a defensive group. In fact, out of all goalies in the FBHL, Colgan and Lenz have faced the 2nd and 3rd most shots so far. So combined between them, Watertown does tend to give up a lot of shots on net. The question is, can Danbury capitalize on that and not just throw shots on net, but obviously create some goals too out of those opportunities that, if you look at the stats, should be pretty common tonight. Pretty easily accessible. Likely why we've seen so many high-scoring games. 7-4 last Saturday, 4-3 overtime win last Friday. 5-8 win for Danbury the weekend before. Brolov trying to split the middle. Robinson giving it a go before Colgan sends it out of danger. He'll glove this one and drop it off for Gutierrez. Hat Tricks on the forecheck, flipped over everyone. Gordon gives it a poke. Thrown on it by Ryder. Finds Gordon, who's pushed back. Good defensive work backtracking there. Zach Pamelayan. Pamelayan, who served that 5-game suspension earlier this season, is back. He played in last weekend's series on Saturday night, playing as the third center. And there he is, getting a deflection on the puck. Tomasi will chase as he goes up against Dustin Henning. Full fourth line on, Newberg, Tomasi, and Kanderka. So they dig the puck out on the stick of Newberg. Kanderka tried to move it for Legro. Kanderka sends it behind. Legro deflected off a skate there. Get a whistle. We'll take a quick break here at the Danbury Ice Arena. You're watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey.
Looking for the best in beverage distribution? Choose DiCello Distributors. From Anheuser-Busch to local craft beers, we offer a full range of beer, cider, and non-alcoholic options. Serving New Haven, Fairfield, and Middlesex counties, we're committed to quality service and community. Visit DiCello.com to learn more. Diversified Printing Solutions is your full-service print partner in Danbury. With over 50 years of combined experience, we handle everything from graphic design and branded premiums to bindery mailing and small or large print runs. DPS doesn't just print, we help you communicate from concept to delivery. Visit us online at dprintingsol.com. Struggling with pain or mobility issues? Turn to Hartsburg
Defensive zone face-off for the Hat Tricks to the left of Resar's net. Resar 3-0 this season in his 3 games played. .928 save percentage. Legro tried to clear. Deflected off a Wolves player. Gill bounced it off the boards for Gordon. Back for Gill. Gordon. And the Wolves set up their power play here after the penalty against Josh Newberg. Gill on net, deflected wide. Hit off the skate of Resar as it skimmed past him. Klink with a one-timer. Resar there. Crom tried to clear. Gill keeps it in the zone. 1:15 on the Wolves power play. Klink tried to throw it on net. Bird was in front. Gill pressured by Welsh. Tried to play back in. Finally forced out into the neutral zone. Filipov patiently backhands it towards the blue line. Gill still on the ice. Klink, one-timer, and save. 44 seconds on the Wolves power play. Belfay in there to take the draw for Danbury. Demetrio for the Wolves. Who wins it, gets it to Ouellette. Demetrio's pass intercepted for a moment. Benchich was in the center, and the Hat Tricks able to clear. 32 seconds on the power play. Watertown regroups in the neutral zone. It's Brad Ryder. Demetrio. Ryder, cross ice. Corgan couldn't handle it. Cycles it behind. Tukane. Pushed it to the corner. Robinson now on it. Banks it off the glass and out of harm's way. 5 seconds on the power play. And Watertown is 0 for 2 on the power play tonight. Newberg out of the box. Try to get a stick on that as Kanderka and Tomasi join him, fourth line on. Fennel for Newberg. Deeks around Henning, trying to get around the outside. Stops. Tried to play back to Legro, who was cutting in towards the blue line. Talori in deep. Legro stops that pass, falls to Gordon. Klink on net, blockered away by Resar to the corner. Trevor's there first, able to cycle it behind to Gordon. Tried to throw it in front, hit off a hat trick skate. And still in the zone, although referee late whistle offsides. We'll keep you updated on some out-of-town scores as the night goes on, as we get a look at Alexander Legkov, as we mentioned, leading scorer in the Fed and second in points. But the Hat Tricks have a chance if they win tonight and some out-of-town scores go their way to jump Topeka in the standings and move into third place in the Empire. As I mentioned, 4-5-1 as a backdoor attempt there. Coming in was Bird. Net dislodged. Demetrio, false start on the faceoff. Corrigan will go in to replace him, who wins the draw. Falls to Henning. In behind, bounce past Fennel. Intercepted by Pamelayan. Now helped out towards Legkov, who's on the chase. Trying to track down Gutierrez. He'll circle back. Hat trick set up their forecheck. 6 minutes to play. Here in the first period, interception. Frolov has Legkov on his right. One-timer, score! The Ruski line is reborn. It's Rupsov who finds Legkov there, the one-time slapper. Legkov, his 10th goal of the season, gives the Hat Tricks a 1-0 lead. That'll get the home crowd rolling. Really great show out tonight from the Danbury crowd. The opposite side of us filled in the balconies, but in front of me, almost every section is nearly full. Filipov with a shot from the outside slot, gloved by Resar. So it's Legkov from Rupsov and Pamelayan. Zach Pamelayan registers his first points of the season. Tukane. Forward again, this time for Frolov, who's onside. Frolov has Belfay behind him. Navigating through the slot and given away. Filipov on the chase, trying to track down Tukane. Can't beat out the icing. Excuse me, no icing. Thought we heard a whistle there in the far corner, but we play on as Legcrow moves it past center ice. Delori gives it a tap, now bounces it off the glass. Pamelayan and Legkov will chase. Zimmerman takes a spill. Pamelayan back for Delori. Shot. Might have taken a deflection, but skips wide. Pamelayan kept in. Moved in behind by Robinson. Leikov trying to get there first. Takes a hit from Zimmerman, who is able to help it forward for Bencic. He'll clear it. Wolves with a quick change. Under 5 minutes to play here at the DIA. Alexander Leikov's goal is the difference so far. Chevers and Resar collided behind play. Fennell moves it forward. And here is Chevers recovering. Tukane guarding him. Blocks the shot. Rebound falls to Robinson, who moves it forward for Leikov with some space. Leikov on Gill. Tries to deke through, gets there, not fully clean. Gill with the puck. And Ryan Gill wins that battle. Gordon waiting for some help. Throws it on net. Resar, glove save. And with 4:03 to play, we will take our final media break of the period. 1-0 Hat Tricks. Here at the DIA, you are watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey.
Recover with confidence at Hat City Physical Therapy. Personalized care for sports injuries, post-surgical rehabilitation, and chronic conditions. As the official PT provider for the Danbury Hat Tricks, we specialize in advanced treatments like dry needling, cupping, and KT taping. Visit us online at hatcityphysicaltherapy.com to schedule a consultation. Serving handcrafted drinks, Cash and Live Coffee Creations combine flavor, creativity, and community in every cup. Visit us online at cashandlivecoffee.com or check us out in the Danbury Ice Arena. Cash and Live Coffee Creations, where every sip tells a story. Make your stay comfortable at La Quinta Inn and Suites by Wyndham Danbury. With spacious rooms, free breakfast, and modern amenities, we've got everything you need to relax and recharge. Conveniently located in Danbury, we're perfect for business or leisure travel. Book your stay.
Thank you for spending your Friday night with us here on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching. Danbury Hat Tricks lead 1-0 after an Alexander Leikov goal from newly signed Anton Rubtsov and Zach Pamelayan. Here comes Caden Kanica with some speed. Lays it off for Tomasi. Loose in the slot. Newberg tried to help it on net. Didn't reach Colgan. Flipped into the neutral zone. Delori's there. He'll spin it around the boards to the opposite side. Tomasi left it. Maybe a dummy pass there. No teammate behind him. Demetrio from out wide. Easy save for Sebastian Resar. Crom and Demetrio on the face-off. Wolves win the draw. Gutierrez shot blocked by Leikov. Corgan there first. Sends it deep looking for Bird. Crom flips it past him. Caught by Demetrio. Shot, blocker save. Falls into the path of Leikov, who spins around Henning. He'll throw it in deep. Wolves will get a full change with 3:08 to go in the first. Delori ahead for Leikov. Got a piece of it. He'll pressure Colgan as it falls out to Crom. Past him. Filipov. Shot behind. Be a deflection there on net as McDonald handles with the backhand. Sends in deep for Michigan. Filipov loses an edge. Tukane taking it himself here, the defenseman, Ian Tukane. Down the wing. Shots blocked. Now in behind with Leikov. Rubtsov. One-timer, Belfay. Pad save from Colgan. 2:15 to go in the first period. Bencic. 2-on-3 rush. Centers. Put it in a good area, but Belfay there first. Belfay now with some speed. Frolov. Cycles for Welsh. Stops, trying to fend off Ryder in the near corner. And delayed penalty here. Frolov taken down, still with the puck. Able to move it to the far side. Fennel. We'll have a whistle before Fennel's shot went off. But Frolov clearly taken down there along the near half wall. See if we get a replay look at it, but nonetheless, Hat Tricks back on the power play for the second time this period. Cole Ouellette, 2-minute minor. So power play will bleed into the second period if they're unable to score here, but chance number 2 on the man advantage for Danbury. Robinson wins it for Leov. Delory, cross ice. Crom centered. Kanderker got a shot off right in front. Denied by Colgan and cleared out into the neutral zone. Quick start for the Hat Tricks on the power play. Chevers leading the forecheck. Gave it away. In front, Corgan. Beautiful save, Resar, to redeem the defensive error there by the Hat Tricks. Stretching with the pad. Can the Hat Tricks settle down now here after that defensive scare? Lays off for Delory. Trying to create some space. Banked it off. Filipov's going to get there first. It falls to Resar, who will move it around the boards. Kanderka lays off for Leov. Under a minute to play. 58 seconds on the power play. Crom thrown on net. Deflected in front. Kanderka there again. Making some noise right down there in the low slot. Fennel gains speed. Past center ice. Now into the zone. Down behind. Caden Fennel not afraid to step down from his defensive position. Hat Tricks give it away. Thrown to the opposite side. 8 seconds on the clock. Quick final rush. Frolov. Rupsov. Got to hurry. 2 seconds in front. Tried to beat the buzzer and not going to happen. Hat Tricks will go into the first intermission up by a score of 1-0, courtesy of an Alexander Leov goal from Rupsov and Pamelayan. Still 18 seconds to go on the power play at the beginning of the second period. Stick around with us here for period number 2. Don't go anywhere. Got a good one here at the DIA tonight between the Hat Tricks and the Wolves. Take a quick break for the first intermission. You are watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey.
Dreaming of your next getaway? Let Expedia Cruises Brookfield turn that dream into reality. Our local travel experts offer personalized planning for cruises, all-inclusive resorts, escorted tours, and more. Whether you're seeking a tropical escape or a European adventure, we've got you covered. Visit ExpediaCruises.com to start planning today. At Golf Lounge 18, we deliver state-of-the-art virtual golf fun in Danbury and throughout Connecticut. Equipped with TrackMan 4 technology, our bays allow golfers to play real courses indoors. Reserve your bay or learn more at golflounge18.com. Golf Lounge 18, real golf all year round. Step into Gray Scent Boutique and Candle Bar, where style and creativity come together. Browse our curated finds, enjoy permanent jewelry, or craft your own custom scented candle. Located in Bethel, Connecticut, we're the perfect spot for gifts, gatherings, and unforgettable experiences. Visit grayscent.com for more information. Got a leak, clog, or plumbing problem you can't ignore? Call Hope Plumbing, your trusted local experts for fast, reliable service. Located in Prospect, Connecticut, help is just a call away. Visit thehopecos.com or call 203-663-3223 today to learn more. Because when it comes to plumbing, there's always hope. Building something great starts with the right materials. At Kellogg Hardwood Lumber, we supply premium hardwoods, custom millwork, and quality lumber for builders, craftsmen, and DIYers alike. Located in Bethel, Connecticut, we're your trusted source for strength, beauty, and reliability in every project. Visit kelloggHardwoods.com today. Stay warm this winter with Mitchell Oil. From heating oil and propane delivery to HVAC installation and service, we offer comprehensive solutions for homes and businesses. With automatic delivery options, flexible pricing plans, and 24/7 emergency service, Mitchell Oil ensures your comfort year-round. Visit Mitchell.com to become a customer today. Mitchell Oil, ready to serve you. When disaster strikes, Paul Davis is here to help. We provide fast and reliable restoration services from properties damaged by water, fire, mold, or storms, serving both homes and businesses with 24/7 emergency response. Check us out online at pauldavis.com to find a location near you. Looking for a premier golfing experience? Visit Richter Park Golf Course, the #2 public course in the New York metro area. With 4 sets of tees, we challenge golfers of all skill levels. Open daily, Richter Park offers competitive rates and online tee time reservations. Visit richterpark.com to book your round today. Bring back your curb appeal with Rinse and Wash Pressure Washing. From driveways and decks to siding and storefronts, we make your surfaces shine like new. Our team delivers fast, professional results you can count on. Visit rinseandwashct.com today to schedule your clean, because a fresh look starts with a rinse and wash. Stacy's Totally Baked crafts freshly baked goods daily, from cookies and cupcakes to signature cakes for every occasion. Based in Ridgefield, we serve local cafes, cater events, and accept custom orders. Visit stacystotallyBaked.com to browse our menu and place your order. Stacy's Totally Baked, where every bite is made with love. Hungry for a steak? Come to Texas Roadhouse for hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, and made-from-scratch sides in a fun, family-friendly setting. Whether you're dining in or ordering to go, Texas Roadhouse offers legendary food and service. For more information, visit texasroadhouse.com/Danbury. At Ventura Law, we speak your language, know your culture, and understand your story. For over 65 years, we've been fighting for the rights of injured individuals across Connecticut and New York. Our compassionate bilingual attorneys guide you through every step, making sure your voice is heard. Visit venturalaw.com for a free consultation. Ventura Law, justice you can trust. Transform your outdoor space with Yard Goats Landscaping, located in Bethel, Connecticut. From spring cleanups and tree work to custom patios, fencing, and masonry, we're your one-stop shop for all things landscaping. Visit yardgoats.io for a free consultation. Yard Goats Landscaping, where your dream yard becomes reality. Need reliable equipment for your next project? Turn to Decker Tool Rental. With locations in Danbury, Bridgeport, and beyond, we offer a full range of rental tools and heavy machinery. Whether you're a contractor or DIYer, our knowledgeable staff ensures you get the right gear for the job. Visit DeckerCatRentalStore.com today. Looking to upgrade your ride or home? Choose Emerald Tint, your premier window tinting masters for Fairfield County. Whether it's automotive, residential, commercial, or marine tinting, we use high-quality ceramic films for superior heat rejection, UV protection, and enhanced privacy. Visit emeraldtint.com today. Raise a glass to great beer at Charter Oak Brewing Company, located here in Danbury. Enjoy 10 rotating drafts, live local music, and a shaded beer garden perfect for your next event. Visit us online at Charter Oak.
Welcome back here to the Danbury Ice Arena. Still in the intermission, about 5 minutes away from puck drop in the second period. I want to give you some out-of-town scores around the league. We'll start up in Binghamton. Athens Rock Lobsters facing off against the Binghamton Black Bears. It's Athens up 2-0 in that game. That's a battle of two first-place teams in the Empire and Continental. Athens still unbeaten on the year, 7-0. And atop the Continental standings. Port Huron at home playing against the Indiana Sentinels, who are still looking for their first win on the season, and it looks like they are going to get that one. 5-1 leading Port Huron in the second period. Indiana's a team who the Hat Tricks beat a couple weekends ago. 2 wins, 6-3 win, and a 9-1 win that really sparked their season after going 0-4 to start this season. Looking elsewhere, of course, we've got our game, Watertown at Danbury, 1-0 at the break. If you're just joining us, please stick with us tonight. We have a great one here at the DIA. 1-0 Hat Tricks after 1. Let's go over to the Blue Ridge Bobcats game as they host Twin City Thunderbirds. 2-0 lead for the Bobcats there. That one's in the second period. And it's a 1-1 game between the Columbus River Dragons and the PD Ice Cats. That one still in the first period. The Biloxi Breakers Monroe Moxons game was delayed. Not sure the reason for that, but that one is delayed. So that is a wrap up of all the out-of-town scores. We will keep you posted as the night goes on. Again, I mentioned at some point during the first period, Danbury with a win would jump Topeka Scarecrows with a win. Put them into third place early on in the season, but still important to look at the context of these games. So with the out-of-town scoreboard wrap-up complete, let's take a quick pause here, and we'll be back for period number 2 in just a little bit. You are watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey.
Looking for top quality meats? Omaha Beef Company is your go-to wholesale food distributor. We carry a wide selection of beef, poultry, pork, cheeses, and pantry staples. Visit omahabeefcompany.com to learn more. Omaha Beef Company, serving Connecticut with quality you can count on. Is joint pain slowing you down? At Ortho Connecticut, our team of expert orthopedic surgeons and specialists get you back to doing what you love pain-free. From sports injuries to joint replacement, we offer advanced care close to home. Visit myorthoct.com to schedule your appointment today. Looking for a brighter smile? Stony Hill Dental Care offers comprehensive dental services, including sedation, cosmetic, and preventive care. Schedule your appointment today at stonyhilldental.com. Stony Hill Dental Care, where your smile comes first. Get your tickets fast and easy at Tixer.com, the official ticketing partner of the Danbury Hat Tricks. We make it simple to buy, sell, and manage tickets. Get your tickets today at Tixer.com and cheer on your Danbury Hat Tricks.
Thank you for being with us here tonight, getting ready for period number 2 at the Danbury Ice Arena. Hat Tricks lead 1-0 after 1. Patrick Grudberg here on play-by-play commentary. 45 seconds away from puck drop. Hat Tricks will have a power play, 15 seconds left on that one to start the period. First period summary. Of course, the goal from Alexander Legkov, a one-timer slap shot from the slot on a 2-on-1 fed beautifully by Anton Rubtsov, who we mentioned was just signed hours ago. Earlier this afternoon from University of Alaska Fairbanks, St. Petersburg native, makes his mark early. 14 shots for Watertown, 11 shots for Danbury. But it's the home team with a 1-0 lead. The first weekend of this 6-game stretch, a home sweep by Danbury. The second weekend, a split sweep, home and away. Watertown winning both of those games. We'll see how game 1 of this final weekend plays out. Period number 2 is underway. Hat Tricks win the face-off. Mo Valley slings it around the boards. Colgan gives it a touch. Kills there first. Rubtsov finds Mo Valley. Sends it in deep. 6 seconds to go on the power play. Power play is over. Ouellette out of the box. Mo Valley and Ouellette combine there. Now Legkov in with some speed down the wing. Shot. Save. Gets his own miss. Goes to ground. Kiel there to collect the pass right in front. Legro tried to get it. Now falls to Filipov. Filipov stops. Swirling all around. Bencic shot off the post. Darion Bencic with an opportunity from the outside area. Zimmerman taken away by Fennel. Bounced off the glass into the neutral zone. Now falls nicely for Rubtsov. Has Legkov in the middle. Maybe a part 2 of the first goal. Not going to happen that time as Legkov's tripped up with Zimmerman. No penalty as Corgan makes his way into the zone. He'll circle around. Tried to cycle it in behind. Couldn't quite do so. Falls to Henning, who sends it the opposite way. Takes a weird bounce. Belfay. Stifled by Gutierrez. Still working at it and keeps it into the zone. High slot. Turns back. Tukane. Low for Frolov. Centered. Welsh almost there. Haven't called his name a lot tonight. Drew Welsh. Shot save. Frolov making his impact almost immediately tonight. Delory. Shot. Save. Rebound loose in the slot. Demetrio there to take it away from danger. He'll help it for Boston. Bird. 2-on-2. Tukane gets a stick on it. Bird still with it, deking through middle slot there. Yeah, as Pamelaine starts the rush the other way for the Hat Tricks. Legkov almost intercepts. Gordon flips cross ice. Demetrio enters with Klink to his left. Pamelaine moves it for Legkov. Robinson walking in. A lot of space. Robinson save. Hits off the side netting and out of play. Seen a lot of these breaks so far. They might not be odd man rushes, but off transition, whether it's a turnover in the neutral zone or what have it. Hat Tricks have the speed with Legkov, and now you see the speed of Frolov and Rubtsov. The 3 Russians not playing on the same line. We've got Rubtsov and Legkov on the flanks as Krom centers that first line. Frolov down on the second, but the Russians making an impact so far tonight for Danbury. Gordon finds Klink walking in. Shot wide. Fired off a quick one there. Stephen Klink. 5 goals and 3 assists on the year so far. He's been one of their top performers in their top 6 forward group. Legkov out there again. He's been out there a lot in the first 3 minutes or so. We got a whistle here. See what we get out of this. Looks like it's going to be a penalty on number 77, Ian McDonald. Maybe a holding call. So another power play upcoming for Danbury. 0 for 2 tonight. Frolov, Rupsov, Belfay will take the face-off, and it's Fennel and Welsh. So 4 forwards on for Danbury, and Fennel is a defenseman, but he's never afraid to pinch in and act as a extra attacker. As it's dumped in behind for Frolov, Danbury will set up the power play on the half wall with Rupsov. Up for Fennel. Shot. Loose in front. Shot save. Might have got a piece of that, Colgan. Fell beautifully for Belfay. Positive start on the power play for the Hat-Tricks. Fennel walking in. Backhand. Squeezed by Colgan. You see it right there. Caden Fennel, who has really nice stick work for a defenseman. Lots of speed. Of course, he was signed only last week on Friday the 7th. He played his hockey at Johnson and Wales during his time in Division III hockey. Joining a couple rookies on this Hat-Tricks team from other Rhode Island colleges. Frolov in behind, centered. Belfay there, now able to handle it. Fennel. Rupsov in front, deflected. Belfay got a touch on it. Tried to direct it towards goal, and here he is with 1:06 to go on the power play. One-timer shot. Save. Loose, falls back to Rupsov. On net again. And almost spilled, but collected by Brandon Colgan. 16 minutes to go in the second period. 57 left on the penalty from Ian McDonald. McDonald, who split his 24-25 season with Watertown and Baton Rouge. Back with Watertown for this campaign. And it was a holding penalty that sent him to the box, confirmed. Delory for Legkov. Kanderka in behind. He's made a lot of noise in front in the low slot. We'll get another delayed penalty here. Restart to the bench in a brief 6-on-4. And Gill gets his stick on it, and for 40 seconds, Hat-Tricks have a 5-on-3 opportunity. Ryan Gill penalized. We'll see what the official call is on that penalty. But a really important moment here for the Hat-Tricks. Chance to double their lead early in the second period. It's Belfay taking the face-off. Welsh, Fennel, Rupsov. And Vadim Frolov on the right wing. Colgan having a brief word with the referee. Watertown wins the draw. Colgan tries to move it to the corner and does. Frolov's there. Benchich clears. He'll hustle over to the bench to get a change. Ryder is on. Belfay flipped in behind for Welsh. And Zimmerman lost his stick. Fennel walking in. One-timer fake from Rupsov. Still handling the puck. Pressured by Ryder. And miscommunication between Belfay and Rupsov. 5 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. McDonald out in just a couple seconds. Rupsov walking in. Pass, took a deflection, popped up in the air and caught by Frolov. Has a lot of options. Goes for goal. Pad save as Ryder collides with Rupsov there along the far blue line. Frolov into the zone. So 5-on-4 for another minute for the Hat-Tricks. Couldn't capitalize on the two-man advantage. Robinson. Rupsov. Low for Frolov. Henning comes away with it. He'll clear it down to the opposite end. Watertown play full platoon swap. 41 seconds on the penalty. Caden Fennel with some speed. Backhand. Beautiful pass for Legkov. Perfectly timed. Feathered backhand. Finds its way to the corner now. Kanderka, who takes a hit. Robinson faces up. 20 seconds on the power play. Kanderka for Crom. On net. Kanderka in front. and couldn't put home the rebound. Wolves clear. 10 seconds on the power play. One final rush. Power play is over. Kanderka centering pass for Legkov, couldn't reach him. Gill right out of the box and leading the rush for the Wolves. 3-on-2. Crom hustling back to make it 3-on-3. Corgan walking in, centers for Filipov, denied and saved by Risar. Scramble in front, still not frozen. Shot again from Gutierrez. Scramble in front. Wolves still with it in the offensive zone. Fans cheering on their goalie. What a save from Risar that was. Full stretch on Filipov. And now breakout here for Kanderka. Couldn't go tape to tape. Kanderka will hustle, but cannot beat out Henning as we finally reach the 15-minute media break. Boy, hold on to your seats, folks. We have got an exciting one here in the second period. 1-0 Danbury is your score. 13:05 to go in the second period. You are watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey.
Fire up your appetite with Twins Barbecue Company. Smoked meats, bold flavors, and barbecue that brings people together. Stop by for ribs, brisket, wings, and more in Brookfield. Visit twinsbbqco.com to view our menu, order online, or find our next food truck stop. Twins Barbecue. There's nothing better than smoking hot twins. Looking to make your brand stand out? Vision Designs in Brookfield has you covered. From custom screen printing and embroidery to eye-catching signs, banners, and promotional products, they bring your ideas to life with unmatched quality and service. Visit VisionDesignCT.com. Vision Designs, where your vision becomes reality. Looking to elevate your night out? At Illicit Brewing Company, we feature a beer hall, cocktail bar, arcade, lounge, and private event space. Enjoy a diverse menu, live music, trivia nights, and more. Visit illicitbrewing.com/Danbury.
Thank you for spending your Friday night here with us on the Danbury Hat Tricks YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching. It's Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey here in the second period at the DIA with a 1-0 lead. Couldn't capitalize on the 5-on-3 or the 5-on-4 extended man advantage there to start the second period. And then a flurry of chances for the Wolves. A scramble in front denied by Sebastian Risar. Igor Filipov was in front, caught a centering pass, and Risar sprawling out. Couldn't freeze the puck, so shots are being thrown on net without him even knowing, as there's a shot that's loose. Pamelayan tries to go for the wraparound, trying to find Tukane, couldn't get him. Wolves clear, and we'll get an icing. There's a look at Justin Movali, who has stepped in to play first-line defense with Trey DeLaurie. Movali, in his fourth FPHL season, his fourth team, he was traded from Athens late last season to finish the year with Danbury. That one's thrown in close. Tried to stuff it in there was Belfay. And Welsh is still with it. Trying to shovel it out of that far corner. 12:07 in the second period. Danbury still leads 1-0. PJ Demetrio flips it into the neutral zone. Collected by Movali. Bounced off the boards by Ian Tukane. Tukane and Kanderka, the Salve Regina kids, joining a couple weeks ago. Klink, shot, glove save. And you can hear the loud cheers from this crowd for Sebastian Risar, who we mentioned 3-0 in his games so far in net for Danbury. 928 save percentage. He has been phenomenal. He was brought in alongside Christian Wong Ramos back on the 23rd. Both those two goalies signed by the Hat Tricks mid-season ahead of the Indiana series, where he really proved himself, made a lot of saves. Legkov building some speed. Ouellette trying to deny him. Goes for the toe drag through his legs, but lost the puck. Regrouping. Legro stepping in from defense. Tied up in the near corner. Another one of these scrums. Trying to chip the puck out. And finally, Pamelayan able to help it free. Robinson took a deflection loose. Pamelayan in front couldn't work off a shot. And another icing. So after that scramble in front from the Wolves, that really dangerous chance a couple minutes ago, Hat Tricks have responded really well and still staying on the front foot offensively. Winning the shots battle this period 12-4. Now 23-18 overall in the game. And it's felt that way, obviously, with the two-man advantage early, being on the power play for an extended time, almost 3 minutes. With the two penalties combined, that second one, for those keeping track at home, the Ryan Gill penalty was a 2-minute minor for interference. Tie up on the draw. Falls to Tomasi, who flips it to the corner. Fourth line will go to work here. Delory sends it back in deep. Newberg in for Kanderka, who kicks it. Tried to go cross ice for Delory, who was darting in from the far point. Fennel controls, but pressured by Quinn Chevers. And still with the puck, Caden Fennel. Bounced off his stick, dispossessed, and looks like we're gonna get some sort of penalty. And now a fight. Flying in there was Newberg, who takes him to the ground. Josh Newberg, not looking like 37 years old. Fennel hyping up the crowd off screen. Newberg just flew out of nowhere like a torpedo. Fennel now circling the arena. Are you not entertained? Josh Newberg will spend some time in the penalty box. Think about that one. Kanderka's going to join him. That was the initial penalty. He threw the first punch. I don't know if it was a punch, but showed the first instance of aggression going against a Wolves player. And then Newberg just flying in there. We'll see how these are assessed by the score box. So the Wolves back on the power play in a bit. So a 5-minute major for fighting for Newberg. Still waiting for Kanderka's penalty. It's a 2-minute minor for high sticking for the rookie from Calgary, Kanderka, who was signed, as I mentioned, alongside his college teammate. Him and Tukane joining the team back on the 23rd. Lots of moves going on October 23rd. The two goalies brought in and the two Salve Regina players. Now it looks like Adam Zimmerman is going to be joining them in the box for the Wolves. So with 10:29 in the second period, not the cleanest period of hockey, we'll say that. Still waiting to see what the Zimmerman penalty was. Just a 5-minute major for fighting, as he was the one tangled up with Newberg. So those two go to the box for fighting. Kanderka for the high sticking, which sets up Watertown on a power play. Now it looks like Legkov going to join his two teammates in the box. 3 hat tricks in the penalty box. We'll let you know what that one is. So it's going to be Newberg penalty. It's going to be served by Leov as Gordon's shot popped high into the air and flipped away by Tukane. Net became dislodged. We have a whistle. So it's 5-on-3. Now that Leov is serving Newberg's 2-minute minor for instigating. 2 5-on-3 opportunities, one for each team this period. 1:35 gone in this one. It's both penalties at the same time, so it's going to be 5-on-3 the entirety of this power play, unlike the hat tricks. Klink on net, deflected off Crom. Falls to Mishkin. Klink looking for a lane. Gets his own miss. Now along the far half wall, moving in towards the slot, circling. Klink thought about a shot and hit one off the back of the net. Tricked a couple people in behind. Gordon, shot. Crom takes another puck to the body on the penalty kill. 57 seconds to go on this one. 9:26 remaining. And with that under 10-minute timeout, we will also take a brief break here at the Danbury Ice Arena. We'll be back for the...
Start your morning off right at Grounds Donut House. Enjoy our oversized artisanal donuts paired with premium coffee. For a unique treat, don't miss our ice cream-filled donuts. If you're looking for a sweet way to kick off your day, visit us in Danbury or check us out online at groundsdonuthouse.com/Danbury. Looking for great craft beer and live music? Visit Housatonic River Brewing in New Milford. Enjoy handcrafted ales in our rustic tap room or outdoor beer garden along the scenic Housatonic River. We're open Wednesday through Sunday with live music every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Check out our full schedule and offerings at HousatonicRiverBrewing.com.
Thank you for spending your Friday night with us on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey. Final 57 seconds of the Watertown 5-on-3. Bird wins the faceoff. As Gordon, Klink shot, loose shot, wide, right in front. Boston Bird couldn't send it home. Back to Gordon. Klink one-timer again, wide. Spins out of the Hat Tricks defensive end. 35 seconds on the power play. Klink again with a shot, spilled loose by Resar into the slot. Mishkin, patient, waiting, finds Philippov, save! Gordon on the rebound. Back to Bird, shot wide. 19 seconds. Wolves desperately close here. Gordon walking in, shot, save again. We have another delayed penalty coming for the Hat Tricks. It won't be done after this. 8 seconds. They'll have to serve another penalty. We'll see what it is. Klink on net. A lot of traffic in front down low. And a big roar coming from the fans, surviving the 5-on-3, and we'll get the whistle. We'll see what this penalty is on Danbury. They're not done on the man down penalty kill. It's going to be Trey Delory going to the box. He'll join Newberg, who's still serving his 5-minute major for fighting. I'll tell you what that minor penalty was when we know. It means 2 more minutes for Watertown on the power play. A good chunk of this period has been spent on the man advantage by either team. Robinson clears, deflected off in opposition That was Klink there. As Ryder finds Chevers, stops, plays off to Ryder, and in between the two defensemen at the point, Watertown forced to regroup. Backhanded in by Welsh. Robinson 1-on-4, shot. Colgan might have got a piece there, but Welsh smartly plays it back to Mo Valley. He'll eat as much time as possible and send it in deep. Quick change, Crom on for Danbury. Another rush led by Stephen Klink. Building speed into the slot, trying to go through the middle and stopped. Fennel clears. 1 minute to go on the power play as we reach the almost 7-minute mark in the second period. Ryder finds Demetrio, who's pinned along the boards by Belfay. Filipov had an open shot and another glove save for Sebastian Risar. Well, I don't know what it is tonight, but you can feel the crowd more than the last couple weekends. They definitely showed out, of course, the last couple times, but just helping out their goalie who has been standing on his head tonight, Sebastian Risar. What a return. Had some solid goaltending play from some of the other guys in the net, but Risar has stood out as one of the top players early this season. Belfay just moving it as far away from his net as possible. 30 seconds on the man advantage. Bird circling in on the wing, finds Mishkin down low. Almost the same group the entire time here across the 4 minutes of these 3 power plays. 10 seconds to go. Gill, low for Bird, cross ice Gordon. Couldn't catch it cleanly, thrown on net. Lots of traffic in front. Legro clears to the neutral zone, and the hat tricks kill off another penalty. Thrown on net, didn't reach it. Filipov collided with Risar. Action going on behind play. Tukane was looking out for his goalie. Filipov going back to the bench. No extracurriculars going on there. Crom handles it at the blue line. Deflected in front. Legkov almost got a shot off. Now Rupsov finds Legcrow. Back for Fennel. Fennel, point to point for Mo Valley. In front, easy catch for Brandon Colgan. So Watertown unable to convert on that 4-minute stretch of being up 5-on-3 and then 5-on-4. Came in with a 15% power play percentage to this game, as we mentioned. Neither team able to score on the power play tonight. Danbury's had plenty of chances of their own. They're 0 for 4. Sent in Henning. Breakout pass for Corgan. Couldn't catch it clean. Chevers in deep now. Mo Valley. Cross ice for Legkov. Loose touch. Now falls to Chevers. Over to Klink. Shot, scores! Stephen Klink finds the back of the net from the high slot. And Watertown has found an equalizer. It's tied up 1-1. 5:17 to play. Stephen Klink had taken a lot of shots during that power play stretch. He was a big part of those opportunities in the Hat Tricks defensive end. And he converts and finds his 6th goal of the season. 6 goals now, 3 assists on the year. One of the highest point getters for Coach Coachman. Under 5 minutes in period number 2 now, tied 1-1 as Belfay and company start the rush and try to regain their lead. It's Welsh on the right wing, cutting in. Lost it for a moment. Belfay's there. Shot, glove save. That brings us to our under 5 media timeout. We'll step away and take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey.
Raise a glass to locally crafted spirits at Litchfield Distillery. Enjoy free tours and tastings of our award-winning spirits, including bourbon, rye, gin, and ready-to-drink cocktails. Open daily with tours on the hour. Book your spot at litchfielddistillery.com. Litchfield Distillery, batch by batch. Craving a craft beer escape? Come to Reverie Brewing Company in Newtown, where every pint is brewed with passion and flavor. Catch a rotating tap list, enjoy food trucks almost every day, and join us for live events and good times. Visit reveriebrewing.com for our menu, hours, and upcoming events. Reverie Brewing, don't quit your daydream. In the mood for a sweet treat? Visit Twister's Ice Cream Cafe in New Fairfield. Enjoy 32 delicious homemade ice cream and Italian ice flavor.
Back for the final 4 minutes and 39 seconds. And folks, I want to remind you watching at home, there's an auction going on in the arena, but you can join in as well. Go to the Danbury Hat Tricks social. Up for auction, it's the first gold puck, a team-signed Hat Tricks hat with the Tricks logo, and then a Johnny Ruiz signed puck. Check out the Danbury Hat Tricks social media for that. Maybe get yourself some free Hat Tricks merch signed by some of your favorite Hat Tricks players. Puck goes out of play, 4:27 on the clock now. Watertown with that stretch being on the man advantage evened up the shots battle in the second period. 13-12 now in period number 2. 27-23 overall tonight in favor of the Wolves. Michigan getting in front and colliding with Resar. Net goes flying and more punches are thrown. Robinson this time going at it for round 3. Just demolishing whoever's along the boards there. Noah Robinson takes down his opponent. It's Darian Benchich who found his way on the wrong side of a Noah Robinson haymaker. He'll fire up the crowd and get the DIA going here. I'll go to the bench, penalty box, excuse me. And Noah Robinson heading to the locker room. We'll see if it's a game misconduct and he gets an early shower or what. We will update you on that. Expected to happen, of course, when a player comes charging in on the goalie. Players always very sensitive at any contact aimed at their goaltender. As you saw the replays there of the fight. We'll wait for the officials to sort this one out. If you're just joining us here, as Gutierrez and Lavalley exchange some kind words between the benches, I'll give you a quick recap of what's gone on so far. The first 2 periods of play. Wrong sport, Patrick. Alexander Legkov made it 1-0 later in the first period at 14:03, assisted by Anton Rubtsov and Zachary Pamelayan. Both those getting their first points of the season with that assist. And moments ago at 14:43, Stephen Klink found a goal in the slot, a feed from Quinn Shevers on the rush, and made it 1-1 at even strength. That ties things up at 1-1. Watertown 29 shots, Hat Tricks 25. So as of now, it's only Robinson and Benchich assessed with the 5-minute majors for fighting. Henning and Newberg having a chat with the referees as we get a look at Brandon Colgan, who's faced 25 shots today, gives up the 1 goal to Legkov. It's a beautiful feed from Rubtsov, who, if he didn't catch it in the first period, Anton Rubtsov signed literally hours ago. Earlier this afternoon, the news broke. The St. Petersburg, Russia native, coming over from the University of Alaska Fairbanks, where he played for 5 seasons up there. So Division I hockey player makes his way to the hat tricks. He had a beautiful feed for the Leov goal in period number 1. So even strength. Hat tricks send it all the way down. Zimmerman there to get there first. Kanderka chasing. Now closing in on Gill, who finds Corgan. Corgan, shot. Hit in the air. Had a couple of those tonight. Pop way high in the air. Kanderka did a little backhand to put the puck down on the ice. Looking like John Stockton out there, Kanderka, as he takes a hit by Gill. 3:39 on the clock. Hat tricks get a change. Leov and Rubtsov out there just waiting for Jordan Crom to set up the first line. Corgan's with it. Tight angle shot. Hit off the glass, and we get a whistle. And I mentioned earlier, with Topeka inactive tonight, hat tricks win, put them at 16 points. Overtime win would put them at 15 technically, but we won't jinx that. They would jump Topeka, who sits in 3rd place with 14 points. So early on in the season, but something to look out for in terms of the standings. As Fennell gains some speed, backhands it into the zone. Rubtsov will lead the forecheck. Colgan plays it for Chevers. Bounce it off the wall. And in there with the poke check. Get an offsides on Danbury. Leov set up on the opposite side. Wolves win the draw. Flipped in by Gutierrez. Mo Valley backhands it only as far as Chevers, who sends it in deep for the goal scorer. Klink thrown on net from behind the goal line. Try to maybe bounce it off the back of Resar, but goaltender's there. Second line on for the hat tricks, Welsh, Belfay, and Frolov. One-timer from Klink off the draw. Escapes the rink. Tie up on the draw. Chevers tried to play it for Klink. The two who combined on the Watertown goal earlier this period. And giveaway, Klink behind the net. Finds Gutierrez with a rip, blocked. Back with it, again with a shot. Couldn't find the net. Frolov with a hit on Michigan. Tukane pressured. And Legro gave it away in front. Finds beautiful save. We'll give Resar the save there. Definitely heard it clang off the post. But a giveaway from Legro almost made it 1-2. Under 2 minutes to play in the second period. Hat tricks trying to outlast the Storm here from the Wolves. Frolov gets around the outside, but we'll have a whistle. And it's going to be Stephen Klink who heads to the penalty box. Hat Tricks will have another power play. We'll let you know when we get it what that penalty was. It's going to be a too many men on the ice. That's what I thought. So too many men served by Stephen Klink. Hat Tricks go back on the power play for the final 149, almost the exact way they ended the first period. So they'll have a remaining 11 seconds in the start of the third period if they're unable to convert here. But the Hat Tricks faithful here at the DIA hoping that they can. Throwing the opposite side for Welsh. Zimmerman gives it a slap towards the opposite end. Resar and company will have to reset. Belfay lost it for Corgan. Frolov bumped off the puck by Corgan again. Doing good work on the penalty kill. Already 30 seconds gone on the man advantage. Frolov gives it a push into the zone. Zimmerman's there, whiffs on it. Tomasi tried to close him down and finally thrown back the other way again. 1:20 remaining on the power play. 1:05 on the game clock. Fennel back for Frolov, who enters the zone. Trying to find some space. Plays it back to Rubtsov. Played in deep for Frolov. Rubtsov for Delory, one-timer. Didn't reach the net. Rubtsov goes down. Watertown with it in the neutral zone. Now entering is Filipov, who's pressured by Krom. Trying to hold on to the puck. And taking it away is Jordan Krom. Going around the right wing. Has Leov in the middle. Poked away by Colgan. 22 seconds on the game clock. Leov, low for Kanderka. Leov. Delory, Krom. Off Henning. In loose. Tomasi with a backhander that almost found its way to the back of the net. 8.3 on the clock. So after a slow start on the power play, Hat Tricks with a couple chances in a row there. Josh Tomasi take the draw against Corgan. Tomasi wins it, but spills into the neutral zone. Delory got to move quick, 3 seconds. Leikov, no offside, excuse me. Cross ice trying to beat the buzzer. Krom gets a shot off, but don't think it would have counted if he did throw it into the net. It'll stay 0-0 as we enter period number 3. A great game here at the Danbury Ice Arena. 10 seconds remaining on that power play to start the third period for the Hat Tricks. Stick around with us for period number 3. Thank you for spending your Friday night here with us on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching. This is Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey. We'll take a quick break for second intermission and be back in a little bit.
Upgrade your home with Buzz-8 Appliance, your trusted source for top brand appliances and expert service. We've got the selection and knowledge to help you find the perfect fit. Visit our showrooms in Danbury and Brookfield or shop online at buzz8appliance.com. Buzz-8 Appliance, where quality meets dependability. Discover fresh quality and unbeatable value at Carluzzi's, your family-owned grocery market. We've got everything you need under one roof. Proudly serving Danbury and surrounding communities. Visit carluzzi's.com for weekly specials. Carluzzi's, where quality meets community. Hungry? Chick-fil-A has you covered in Brookfield on Federal Road and inside the Danbury Fair Mall. From the original chicken sandwich to fresh salads and nuggets, enjoy breakfast, lunch, or dinner your way. The perfect way to feed your family. Chick-fil-A, great food, friendly service. Craving something sweet? Treat yourself at Peach Wave of Bethel. Choose from a variety of creamy frozen yogurts, pile on your favorite toppings, and create the perfect swirl every time. Located right in the heart of Bethel, it's dessert your way every day. Stop in or visit peachwaveyogurt.com. Peach Wave of Bethel, where flavor... It's time for a tasty, gooey treat. Crumble Cookies in Danbury has the freshest, warmest cookies around. With 6 new gourmet cookie flavors every week, there's always a reason to treat yourself. For the latest flavors and updates, visit crumblecookies.com/Danbury. Visit Danbury Duckpin Bowling Lanes for family fun. Enjoy the classic charm of duckpin bowling with 16 lanes, including a private party room. Perfect for kids' parties, senior leagues, and casual play. Open daily with affordable rates and a welcoming atmosphere. Visit DanburyDuckpin.com to reserve your lane today. Looking for a bank that puts you first? Visit Fairfield County Bank, serving Connecticut since 1871. With 17 local branches, we offer personal and business banking, mortgages, insurance, and investment services, all with a personal touch. Visit FairfieldCountyBank.com to learn more.
Remember when a night out didn't break the bank? When fun was simple, social, and full of laughter? Bowling is still that place. Affordable, timeless, and made for everyone. Get more laughs per dollar bowling at Spins Bowl.
Welcome back here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Second intermission, still 5 minutes left. We'll give you a quick recap on the game if you're just joining us. Some other news and notes in the world of Danbury Hat Tricks hockey. 1-1 as we enter the third period. First goal scored by the Hat Tricks later in the first period from Alexander Leov, assisted by Anton Rupsov and Zachary Pamelayan. Anton Rupsov, if you're just joining us, a new face for the Hat Tricks, was signed earlier today. Suited up, playing on the first line alongside Jordan Crom and Alexander Leov, playing left wing. Had a beautiful pass to Leov to set up a one-timer from the mid-slot. Leov sent it home for his 10th goal of the season, and going in tonight, leads the league in goals and is second in points. We'll see how it shakes out after tonight's game's out of town, but he is one of the highest point getters in the Fed. Second period saw lots of penalties, fights, 2-minute minors, etc. We saw both teams on the 5-on-3 at certain points, but neither team able to take advantage of being up 5-on-3, 5-on-4. And it stayed 1-0 until Stephen Klink found the back of the net from a Quinn Chevers assist. Similar area, in fact, from where Leov scored his goal on that end in the first period. So that made it 1-1, and that's where we stand right now, 30-25. The Wolves lead in shots. Watertown has won the last 2 games of this, what will now be a 6-game set. They won both games last weekend at home, 4-3 win against Danbury, and then last Saturday a 7-4 win here at the DIA. Danbury won the first 2 games 2 weekends ago, 7-1 2 weeks ago today on a Friday, and then a high-scoring 8-5 win the day after on Saturday the 1st. We mentioned Rupsov and the signing of him, and certainly had a lot of new faces join the Hat Tricks halfway through this early season. Speak of Sebastian Resar in goal, Caden Fennell, who you've seen the most recent edition before the guys today, but also some transactions, including Hat Tricks players leaving. Josh LaBelle, around the same time that they announced the signing of Anton Rupsov, Josh LaBelle was traded to the Twin City Thunderbirds for cash considerations. Josh leaves after spending 2.5 years with the Hat Tricks, had 97 career points. So he'll go to Twin City and join them for the remainder of the season. And with Vadim Frolov returning from loan a couple days ago from the Tulsa Oilers in the ECHL, and a little bit of time spent with the Birmingham Bulls in the SPHL, he will wear the number 9. Frolov is on that second line with Welsh and Belfay and has looked really strong so far coming back from that ECHL stint with the Oilers. That's a little wrap up for you from today's game and some news and notes. We will take a very brief break and be back for the third period of play here at the Danbury Ice Arena. You're watching some Hat Tricks hockey.
It's time for a tasty, gooey treat. Crumble Cookies in Danbury has the freshest, warmest cookies around. With 6 new gourmet cookie flavors every week, there's always a reason to treat yourself. For the latest flavors and updates, visit crumblecookies.com/Danbury. Visit Danbury Duckpin Bowling Lanes for family fun. Enjoy the classic charm of duckpin bowling with 16 lanes, including a private party room. Perfect for kids' parties, senior leagues, and casual play. Open daily with affordable rates and a welcoming atmosphere. Visit DanburyDuckpin.com to reserve your lane today. Looking for a bank that puts you first? Visit Fairfield County Bank, serving Connecticut since 1871. With 17 local branches, we offer personal and business banking, mortgages, insurance, and investment services, all with a personal touch. Visit fairfieldcountybank.com to learn more.
Third period hockey, moments away. As we look back at the fight that happened in front of Resar's net, that was one of a couple tonight. Robinson going at it with Benčić. Definitely got the better of him on that one. Caught a lot of punches, Benčić did. Still 11 seconds on the power play for the Hat Tricks. We'll get things going here with the center ice face-off. 20 more minutes of hockey to play. Leov, cross ice, shot, score! Well, it was Rubtsov to Leov in the first period. How about flip it? Leov finds Anton Rubtsov, 2 points on the night, his first goal in a Hat Tricks uniform. And the Hat Tricks beat the buzzer on the power play. It's a power play goal and a 2-1 lead, 13 seconds into the third period. Talk about an instant impact. Anton Rubtsov signed hours ago, this afternoon. The St. Petersburg native. So a power play goal. Rubtsov from Leov. And Jordan Crom. A nice feathered pass from right wing to left. As they announced it in the arena, Resar makes a pad save on Gordon. Alexander Leov had a phenomenal season. Will likely still lead the league in points after tonight. Only had 2 points in the 2-game set last weekend and has already met that tonight with a goal and an assist. Big slap shot. Resar able to handle it. Danbury looking to snap the 2-game losing streak from the previous weekend, the 2 wins from Watertown. And then, as I mentioned, looking to claim third place in the Empire. Curveball there, thrown on net by Filipov, which caught a wicked deflection. Resar there to catch it. Tie up on the draw. Watertown won it, but Frolov came out of there with some speed. He poked it and sent it all the way down to the opposite side. We'll have an icing. Another offensive zone draw for the Wolves. Almost the same sequence. Bird wins it. Frolov comes out there quick. Fennel banked off. Kicked by Mishkin, kept in the zone for a moment. Now Welsh and Frolov will combine for a 2-on-2. Welsh skips past one. In front. Might have gotten a shot off there on Colgan. Nice little deke to skip away from some pressure. Watertown sends it back the other way. Icing. Hat Tricks will have a face-off in the offensive zone. Pamelayan and Bird on the draw. Bird wins it, and it falls to the Hat Tricks in the far corner. Mishkin now with it, circling behind the net. Plays it off the wall, tried to find Filipov, too far for him. Delory will flip it in to the opposite corner and start the forecheck. Looking for Gill, intercepted by Pamelayan. To Laurie. Shot. Blockered away to the corner. High shot from Trey DeLaurie. Puck falls to Quinn Chevers, who has an assist tonight. Assisted the Stephen Klink goal in the second period. Tukane flips it high. Henning's there to handle. Hat tricks with a quick change. Trying to take advantage of it is Henning, who will lug it into the zone. Glove save from Resar, and a stoppage at 17:43. Corgan and Newberg. Newberg wins the draw, but a whistle. They'll redo it to the left of Resar's goal. This time Newberg comes away with it clean. Tomasi, flip pass. Finds Kandrika, who's able to settle it along the far half wall. Pressured by a couple Wolves. Forced back out to Fennel. Mo Valley around. Colgan will handle. Given away by Colgan to Kandrika, who takes a spill. Gutierrez for Henning. Now Corgan high, bouncing into the neutral zone. Good stick from Mo Valley. That was a bouncing puck that could have dropped behind defensive pair. 16:55 to go in the third period. Hat Tricks lead 2-1. Almost a giveaway behind the goal to Gordon. Now with Klink. High shot there from number 22 in white. Stephen Klink caught by Sebastian Resar. Both these two teams in action tomorrow night up in Watertown. It's another split weekend, home and away. First one was a two-game set here in Danbury. Intercepted. Klink tried to find Gordon. Crom's breakout pass couldn't reach Legkov. The Wolves are now reset in the defensive end. Ryder, pressured by Tukane. Goes cross ice for Klink, for Gordon. Intercepted by Legro in the neutral zone. Deflected off Rubtsov. Now Filipov comes out of it. Poked by Ryder. Wolves start the forecheck. And almost force a giveaway in the near corner. Now falls to Ryder. Ryder with some space behind the net. Plays up to the point. Shot. Zimmerman almost spilled out there for Benchich. Too far for him as it falls to the half wall. Now in the corner with DeLaurie. They'll go cross ice for Frolov and then move it to the center for Austin Belfay. Belfay with some speed. Gets a shot off over the head of Colgan. Movalli on net. Sticked away by Colgan. Now Gill. Pressed by Welsh. Mishkin's there. Plays it all the way to Fennel. Frolov, nice job chopping that puck down. Back onto the ice. Welsh in the far corner. Intercepted. Darian Benchich has Boston Bird with him. Benchich through to the opposite side. No one there. Frolov intercepts as we reach the 15-minute mark. Pamelayan. Right in stride. Zach Pamelayan. Shot. Deflected by Gill. Still in play in the corner. Now behind the net. Big hit from Rubtsov. Gill still able to maintain possession. Robinson thrown on net to the opposite side. Fennel's there to keep it in. Slap shot. Goes wide. Bird. Tried to chip it centrally. And now able to handle. Being pressured by Rubtsov and pickpocketed. Anton Rubtsov. Needs some help. Cycles it deep all the way around to the opposite end. for Pamelayan. Giving away to Gutierrez. Long time without a whistle. Corgan shot. Spilled in front of Resar. No one gets a follow-up. Fennel trying to deke around Corgan. Ryder. Fennel going to ground with a poke check. Falls to McDonald. Cole Ouellette past his stick. Thrown on net. Pad save away. Ryder backhanded to the point. Ouellette chips it back in deep. Tukane got to find a way to break out here. Bounces it off the boards. And we'll get an icing with 13:30 on the clock. And as we reach the under 15-minute media timeout, we'll take a quick break here at the DIA. Don't go anywhere. 2-1 in favor of the Hat Tricks from a goal from Anton Rubtsov. And that's where we stand now. You are watching Danbury Hat Tricks hockey.
Head over to TK's American Cafe on White Street for 80 different wing flavors and good times. With 30 flat-screen televisions and free Wi-Fi, we're the perfect spot to catch the game or enjoy a night out. Visit tksamericancafe.com for more information. TK's American Cafe. Make sure to try our hat trick flavor. When life brings legal challenges, trust Chipman, Mizuko, and Emerson. From business law and real estate to estate planning and litigation, our experienced attorneys are here to guide you every step of the way. Proudly serving clients across Fairfield County and Western Connecticut. Learn more at danburylaw.com. Nothing freshens like an ice-cold Coca-Cola. From classic Coke to a wide variety of sparkling and still drinks, we've got something for everyone. Learn more at CokeNortheast.com, because every sip deserves.
Defensive zone face-off for the Hat Tricks with 13:30 to go in the third period. Anton Rubtsov's goal is the difference so far. 13 seconds into the third period, a feed from Alexander Leitkov. It was the opposite combination in the first. Leitkov from Rubtsov. Two wingers on the first line combining for the two goals tonight. Zachary Pamelayan had the assist in the first goal, and Jordan Crom with a secondary assist on goal number 2. McDonald. Pad save, forced behind Klink. Tried to center it, no one there. Tukane goes right down the defensive slot. Risky move, but it pays off. Kanderka. Two Salve Regina players combined. Kanderka goes to ground, collided with McDonald there. Tied up in the corner. Newberg gives it a whack. Now Mo Valley will have a try. That hit off a skate behind the net. Loose puck falls to Newberg, looking for a centering pass. Decides to throw one on net. Now on Delorey's stick. That one thrown in front. Kanderka trying to get his hand in the cookie jar. And a clear hand pass there from Mo Valley. Hat Tricks will have to wait for the Wolves to grab that one. The corner past Filipov. Now Austin Belfay and Leitkov, 2-on-2. Fluttered pass for Leitkov, almost reached him tape to tape. Leitkov there to reclaim it. Shot. Deflected in behind. Leitkov still on the chase now with Frolov. Under 12 minutes to go. Not a lot of whistles so far this period. Almost halfway through this third period. Hat Tricks looking to snap two-game losing streak and jump into third place in the Empire Division standings. Bencic tries to go around the wing. Held in check by Austin Belfay. Flipped off the glass. Belfay trying to reach it. Can't do so. It'll be an icing. And a face-off back in front of Resar's net. (41-29) in favor of the Wolves in shots. Resar has faced 40 shots tonight, only given up 1. He had that 50 save performance in Indiana in his debut 3 weeks ago. Henning on net, batted in the air by Fennell and into the netting. He's 3-0 in his 3 starts for Danbury, 928 save percentage. He's been phenomenal tonight, the Whitby, Ontario native. Robinson bounces it for Rutsov. Henning whiffs. Rutsov is there. Pamelayan for Delory. Might have tried to throw that one on net there. Hit a body as we're under 11 to play. Rutsov, the stick lift. Cross ice. Almost reached Tukane there, who was pinching in from the left point. Demetrio trying to find some space. Delory there again. Hat tricks will change. 4th line on for them. Demetrio trying to cut in from outside. Fennell's clearance took a deflection off Bird. Now on the stick of Kolulet. Demetrio deflects in. Now Watertown will change. Pinned right along the blue line here on the near wall. Trying to pry it out is Tomasi, who gets out of the scrum. Now falls to Newberg, who's pressured. Klink taken down. And will we get a penalty here? We will. So Klink draws the penalty. Watertown will go on the power play after our break. The under 10 timeout, 9:49 on the clock. So we'll be back shortly. You are watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey.
Looking for the best in beverage distribution? Choose DiCello Distributors. From Anheuser-Busch to local craft beers, we offer a full range of beer, cider, and non-alcoholic options. Serving New Haven, Fairfield, and Middlesex counties, we're committed to quality service and community. Visit DiCello.com to learn more. Diversified Printing Solutions is your full-service print partner in Danbury. With over 50 years of combined experience, we handle everything from graphic design and branded premiums to bindery mailing and small or large print runs. DPS doesn't just print, we help you communicate from concept.
Watertown getting ready for another opportunity on the power play. Win the draw, now behind in deep with Mishkin. Tangled up with Tukane there. Filipov trying to break it out, now gets it to the blue line with Ryan Gill. Gill navigates through a couple. Now back up, thrown high in the air from Gordon. In front, Filipov trying to chip it in. He'll get a stick on it, moves it to Mishkin in the corner. Trying to cycle it to Filipov, and he does. Filipov walking in. Lost it for a minute and taken down. Diving poke check. We'll get a whistle here. Try to sort this one out. But Igor Filipov with a lot of room there behind the net, right along the goal line. Mishkin found him. He walked right in on net, but met some pressure as he entered that low slot. Couldn't get a real clean shot off. As we approach 9 minutes to go, deflected shot from the point. Michigan got a stick on that attempt from Gill. Gill trying to find the lane again. It's Bird, throws one on net, batted away by Fennell, only as far as Gill. Boston Bird, shot, blocker, save. Ryan Gill, again on net, this time squeezed by Resar. No rebounds. 57 seconds on the Watertown power play. Remember, they had that prolonged stretch, 2 minutes of 5-on-3 hockey. Then right after that, just as that was ending, another minor penalty. They had 2 more minutes on the 5-on-4, and Danbury survived all of it. They did give up the goal shortly after at even strength, but really solid stuff from this penalty-killing unit for Danbury tonight. As Legrove bounces one off, Welsh is trying to chase after it. Welsh on the breakaway. Drew Welsh hit it wide. Had a rolling puck that he settled after the Legrove clearance, and a shorthanded opportunity is coming gone. Klink stops. Robinson with the poke check. Demetrio keeps it in. Fennel gives it a hit. Falls out in behind for Klink. 20 seconds on the power play. Corgan. Chris Corgan. Around in behind, now up to Bencic. Big hit by Fennel, making his presence known tonight. We'll get a whistle, and I think it might have been a little too aggressive. Fennel going to the box now. And again, 5-on-3 for only 8 seconds. But after that, another 5-on-4 for Watertown, who are now trying to get back into this game and have another opportunity on the man advantage. Hat-Tricks faithful not quite agreeing with the referee's call. So it's a 2-minute minor for boarding on Caden Fennel. And it was a tripping call on the original penalty from Josh Newberg, who is 8 seconds away from leaving the box. But for 8 seconds, if they can win the draw, which they don't, Danbury able to clear it, so not really facing much 5-on-3 opposition. Still, 1 minute, 50 seconds. Gonna have to kill off another 5-on-4. Klink with some speed, blocker save, push to the corner, and hit out of there by Jordan Crom, who's done a lot of work on the penalty kill tonight. Has an assist, secondary assist on the goal earlier this period from his 2 line mates. Gordon trying to slice through the defense. Not going to happen. Newberg backhands away. 1:20 on the power play. Stephen Klink again leading the rush. Plays it back for Bird. Bird finds Filipov. Shot. Save! Resar going left to right. He lost his stick. His stick is to the right of him, but Welsh able to clear it. Resar can grab his stick. Still 50 seconds. A quick change from the Hat-Tricks. Bird feathered in on net. In behind goal. Resar tries to move it along the boards only as far as Klink, who's been out there the entire time. Deflected and in! Chevers. The deflection in front. And Watertown finally capitalizes on the man advantage. They tie it up 2-2, and with 6:37 to play, this game is tied. There's a bouncing puck in front. Believe it was Resar. Excuse me, not Resar. Chevers who gets the goal, and that is Chevers with a 2-point night so far. Kept in by the skate of Zimmerman. And the Wolves still going at it in the offensive zone, back at even strength. Corgan for Gill, one-timer. Behind the net now with Corgan centered. Ryder was there. Tomasi tried to feed it for Kanderko, but intercepted. Brad Ryder entering the zone with pace. Ryder tried to deke around Tukane, who got a stick on it. And Pamelaine goes into the flying blocking shot attempt falls to Anton Rupsov. Rupsov with a 2-point night himself in his hat tricks debut. What does he got here? Cycles it in behind. Falls to Mo Valley. Legkov will handle. First line out there for the hat tricks, but it's going to be an icing. And will force them back to their defensive end with 5:29 on the clock. 49-29 in the shots department in favor of Watertown. 19-4 this period. Sebastian Resar giving up the 2 goals, but he's faced 49 shots tonight. And we talked about how the Watertown goalies have faced, as there's a chance in front here. Resar standing on his head again. Sebastian Resar facing multiple rebound attempts, keeps this game at 2 apiece. Watertown able to enter into that low slot again off the faceoff and interrupted what I was saying, which is Watertown allows a lot of shots on goal. Their goalies have seen a lot of shots this season. Colgan and Lenz are second and third in the Fed in shots faced. Hat tricks, 29 shots on goal. Still 5 minutes and change to up that tally. These are a big 5 minutes and 19 seconds, though. 5th game between these two teams over 3 weekends. Hat tricks trying to shake off the 2-game sweep from last time out. Trying to get off on the right foot here before the road game and the finale tomorrow night in upstate New York. Filipov's there. As Mo Valley spins it around the boards, only as far as Gutierrez, who will throw one on net, and a glove save again from Resar. As we reach the under 5 timeout, we'll take a quick break ourselves and be back in a little bit for the final moments of the 3rd period. Don't go anywhere, folks. You are watching Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey.
Looking for top quality meats? Omaha Beef Company is your go-to wholesale food distributor. We carry a wide selection of beef, poultry, pork, cheeses, and pantry staples. Visit omahabeefcompany.com to learn more. Omaha Beef Company, serving Connecticut with quality you can count on. Is joint pain slowing you down? At Ortho Connecticut, our team of expert orthopedic surgeons and specialists get you back to doing what you love pain-free. From sports injuries to joint replacement, we offer advanced care close to home. Visit myorthoct.com to schedule your appointment today. Looking for a brighter smile? Stony Hill Dental Care offers comprehensive dental services, including sedation, cosmetic, and preventive care. Schedule your appointment today at stonyhilldental.com.
Thank you for being with us tonight. It's been an awesome game here at the DIA and what should be a very exciting finish to this one. As we have a face-off in the Danbury defensive end. 2-2, most recently a game-tying goal from Quinn Shevers, assisted by Boston Bird and Stephen Klink. It was a rebound in front, bouncing puck. Power play goal for Watertown. And in fact, thought that the Danbury second goal beat the buzzer, but it did not on the power play. The power play had just expired when Anton Rubtsov found the back of the net for the second goal. As this one's in front, now out for Fennel, who whiffs on the shot, gives a hit to Gordon, now 2-on-2, Quinn Shevers, the aforementioned goal scorer. Soft shot on net, backhanded away by Fennel, kept into the zone by Zimmerman. Delory, 3-on-1, now 3-on-0, shot wide from Vadim Frolov. Back the other way, Bird, shot, blocked, and scooped up. Boy, a 3-on-1 turning into a 3-on-0 as the defender slipped and fell. Vadim Frolov couldn't get a shot on target, couldn't throw one on net and challenge Brandon Colgan, who has not really been tested so far this period. Only 4 shots on net from the hat tricks compared to Watertown's 24. So a lopsided third period in terms of shots. We'll see if Resar and the defense can withstand this for the final 3 minutes and 55 seconds. Danbury Hat Tricks Hockey here on the YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching. Thank you for being with us. Bird. Tried to throw it on net, caught by Legro. Resar around, past Pamelayan, thrown on net by Zimmerman, pushed away to the corner. Shoveled out by Mo Valley, only as far as Corgan. Watertown continuing to apply the pressure. Took a wacky bounce there, almost back across the goal line. Resar's there though, heavy forecheck from Watertown. Mo Valley trying to move it, didn't get full speed on that, but it falls to Zach Pamelayan. Pamelayan can't get around Zimmerman. It looks like there's going to be a penalty here. Yes. Penalty on Adam Zimmerman. So, like every single period tonight, folks, Danbury will not end the period on the power play, but will be on the power play towards the end of this period. And what a chance it is. 2-2, 3:03 to go. Looking to take the lead in the season series. As the Hat Tricks go to the power play to our right. Winning the draw, Fennel. Welsh, who's pressured by Benchich, sent in deep to Frolov. Fennel in the slot. Belfay was there. Now sauced all the way down and thrown into the Hat Tricks bench. Belfay again on the face-off. Ryder wins that one. Cleared. Fennel trying to keep it in. Forced out into the neutral zone. Now back with Gutierrez. Trying to bleed some clock. 1:30 on the power play. He'll sauce it all the way down to the other end. Caden Fennel and company will regroup. Try to capitalize on the most recent power play opportunity of the night. Fennel down the left wing. Around Henning. Still circling. Intercepted by Chris Corgan. He backhands it out. Resar's there to collect. Frolov took a weird bounce back into the center. And another clearance this time from Ryan Gill. 55 seconds to go on the power play. Can the Hat Tricks capitalize here? Vadim Frolov back in town. Trying to help his team secure 3 points tonight. Delory. Legkov. Along the half wall, surveying. Delory back for Legkov. Cross ice. Off the knee of Crom and forces a a frozen puck from Brandon Colgan. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Not too much going on so far for the Hat Tricks. Some sustained possession right there that forced the save. Tie up. Forced back to Delory, who'll flip it in deep. Kanderka's there. Delory on net, deflected off Robinson's stick, falls to Crom. 16 seconds on the power play. Delory, Legkov. Behind with Kanderka again. Benchich backhands and clears, and that will be it for the Hat Tricks power play. One minute remaining in the third period. Henning moves it along the boards, kept in by Belfay with a backhand. Gutierrez trying to break out here, finds Klink. Goes cross ice back for Gutierrez. Valley whiffed. Corgan now with a step. Chris Corgan circling on the backhand. 28 seconds remaining. Frolov. Legkov. Does he have some last minute magic? Legkov backhand spinning in the low slot. We'll get a whistle. It's going to be a penalty. 17.8 on the clock. Legkov came walking in there from the right wing and got around the outside of the defender. Spinning and got off somewhat of a shot. Wasn't clean, but he tested Colgan. And yes, it is going to be another penalty on the Wolves. So back on the power play for the final 17 seconds. And this will go into overtime if we reach that point, but 17 seconds. Wolves win it. Gill to the opposite corner. Zimmerman clears. Rubtsov gets a stick on it. 8 seconds. Hat-trick's got to hurry. Frolov enters, bouncing puck. Loose. And that's it. Well, we reached overtime this time last week up in Watertown. And we're going to do it again here on a Friday night. 2-2 after 3 periods. Hat-tricks have 1:42 remaining on the power play still after another Watertown penalty. This time a holding on Stephen Klink. And there's a look again at that Legkov opportunity. He got around the outside, spun a bit and got a shot off, but was definitely held by Klink, which resulted in the power play now. So a quick look at the Hat-tricks bench, a huddle. On the season, Watertown, this is their 3rd overtime. They had the overtime win last Friday, as I mentioned. Their season opener, shootout loss against Binghamton. For the Hat-tricks, the only overtime game they played was the aforementioned game at Watertown last Friday. 3-4 loss in that game. 2-2 going into this overtime period. Thank you for being with us tonight. An exciting one here at the DIA. And some free hockey too. Don't go anywhere. If you're just joining us, that 3rd period, 1-1 going into it. 13 seconds into the 3rd period. Anton Rubtsov nets his first career goal as a hat-trick, assisted by Alexander Legkov and Jordan Crom. And halfway through the 3rd period at 13:23, Watertown tied it back up. They Quinn Chever's goal. And that is where we stand at 2-2. 5th game in a row between these two teams. Awfully familiar with each other. And they'll do it again tomorrow night. But 5 minutes on the clock for overtime. Colgan and Reesar back to their nets. 4-on-3. Filipov, Benchich, and Gill on the penalty kill for Watertown. Belfay, Welsh, Rubtsov, and Fennel on for Danbury. Won by the Hat-tricks. Welsh for Rubtsov. Able to set up now. Lots of space on the 4-on-3. Fennel. Rubtsov. Finding that lane. Welsh tried to go cross ice for Rubtsov. Recollects. Now finds Rubtsov. Shot save! Cleared up by Filipov. That's what they were looking for. They got a good look. 1:11 on the power play. Back in with Rupsov. Fennel. Cross ice for Welsh. Watertown got a stick on it. Still with Fennel at the point. Looks like that's what they're trying to do. One-timer from Fennel, way high. Bouncing in the corner. Gill trying to handle it, being pressured by Belfay. Unable to clear yet. 40 seconds on the power play. Welsh going from corner to corner. Filipov clears, gets past Fennel, all the way down to Resar. 30 seconds. Legkov on. Alexander Legkov. The Fed's leading goal scorer. What does he have here? Robinson. Legkov, 13. Robinson, one-timer, took a deflection. Spins wide. Crom works it to Legkov. Legkov walking in. Shot, save, loose. In front, Filipov's there. And now a 2-on-1. Klink leaving the penalty box. Shot, save, loose in front. Took a big deflection off Resar's pad there. And the hat trick survived that one. So power play is done. We'll have 4-on-4 for now. Robinson waiting for the cross ice pass, finds Legkov. He's pressured by Henning and Gordon in the corner. Now pinned along there. Rupsov there to try to help free the puck. Falls out to Caden Fennel. Fennel. Klink got a stick on it. Force him back into the neutral zone. They'll set up the forecheck. Welsh able to get it back. Fennel with some space. Caden Fennel pinching in deep. Rupsov shot. Tees one up. And that one going. It did score! Caden Fennel throws it off the back of Brandon Colgan. We'll get a look here. He had pinched in from behind, went all the way around the net. And what a way to score your first hat trick goal. Caden Fennel, take a bow. And the hat tricks win it 3-2 in overtime. You see it again there. Puck falls right to him, and he knows exactly what to do. Henning is in there behind Colgan as well. Hat tricks snap a 2-game losing streak. It improved to 5-5-1. 13 points on the season becomes 15. 2 points from an overtime win. So they jump temporarily into third place going into tomorrow night's game, excuse me. For Watertown, they fall to 2-6-2-1 as Caden Fennel, look at that, raising the barrel, gives it a spin. Caden Fennel just exudes energy. You see him every time he's on the ice. He's playing that second line with Ian Tukane, two new guys who only joined the team less than a month ago. He's not afraid to pinch in, lead the rush, come in and not going to dump it. He'll take it in deep and start the attack himself. He's got lots of speed, lots of energy, and a really smart play there. Was behind the net. Could have tried to find a safer pass, a simple pass to the half wall, whether it was Legkov or Welsh or whoever was there waiting in that area. But he looked up. Colgan was off his line, bounced it off his back and in, and earns his first career goal in a Danbury uniform. And why not do it at home here at the DIA in front of the Hat Tricks faithful who cheer on their team as they head to the locker room. They'll make the trip up to Watertown tomorrow to finally conclude this 6-game set with the Wolves. As we take a look at the rinkside interview, we'll stick around here for a little bit. Thank you for being with us tonight. We got an excellent game, a real treat. Caden Fennel one of the stars of the game. He'll take a lap, take a bow. Look at the final shots tally. 56 for Watertown, 33 for Danbury. Sebastian Resar, an unsung hero tonight. He got a lot of love from the fans. 54 saves on 56 attempts. You think back to his hat tricks debut a couple weekends ago against Indiana. Hat tricks were 0-4 going into that one. Got a big win as you get another look at the game-winning goal from Fennell. Gets down on one knee, hyping up the crowd. Couldn't write it any better. So it's Legkov, Rupsov, and Fennell with the goals for Danbury. Klink and Chevers with the goals for Watertown. But it was a back-and-forth game. Hat Tricks take the lead 1-0. Watertown responds with a goal of their own. Hat Tricks take back the lead early third period with Rupsov's goal, and Chevers ties it up again. And obviously the overtime winner, which is assisted by Anton Rupsov. So how about that? Anton Rupsov getting his name on the score sheet for all 3 goals today. A 3-point performance. What a debut for him. A guy who was signed only hours ago, as I keep mentioning. I walked into the building and heard the news myself, and I'm sure all Hat Tricks fans are very excited to hear about the news and see this new guy flying around the rink. He's a player who played D1 hockey for Alaska Fairbanks, 67 points in 100 games in his career over 5 seasons. As we see the 2 more stars announced here as we wrap things up for our entire production team. Patrick Grudberg here on play-by-play commentary, thanking you again for being with us. Final score from the DIA, Hat Tricks 3, Watertown 2, overtime winner from Caden Fennell. Hat Tricks in action again tomorrow night, but for now, we will say so long. From the Danbury Ice Arena again, 3-2 Hat Tricks. This has been another presentation of Hat Tricks Hockey.